we've lost 20,000 people in my region last year. We've lost 500 people this year in Kashmir in the Himalaya. The Himalaya are one of the most fragile mountain systems, and they can't take the abuse of climate change. So I'm here because I love the earth and I love my people, and I think we've got to stop the criminals.
Yes, but some people say that it's up to the developed countries, not to the so-called third world.
Well, in '92, when we got the UN framework on climate change, the third world countries were not polluting because we weren't a globalized economy. In '95, when the World Trade Organization was established, globalization exported pollution to us. It is wrong to talk of countries when the economy is globalized. We should talk about corporations and their footprint. And we need to have people's movements to make the corporations accountable, whether they pollute in US or China or Slovenia or India. But it is the corporations who must take responsibility for the cost to the planet because they privatize the profits. They cannot socialize the environmental costs.
Thank you very much.
The issue is so urgent in my part of the world. We've just had one monsoon season last year where the extreme climate events washed away 20,000 people. We are having extreme climate events in Kashmir right now, which affects both India and Pakistan, and more than 500 people have been washed away and died. We are talking of hundreds and thousands of people dying in every part of the world every year. This is no more a theoretical debate. It is a human emergency and a planetary emergency.
So what we're talking about is a genocide that is a socially committed one. What kind of responsibility does the United Nations have to put an end to that?
Well, the United Nations gave us the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. And Copenhagen was going to give us the post-2015 commitments. Sadly, President Obama flew in, got China, India, and other polluters together and said, let's continue to pollute and let's not have a legally binding commitment. So I would say that the UN is being blocked right now, which is why Ban Ki-moon is coming here to the streets.
I've heard you talking about the corporation structure. How are people that are fighting against corporate power, union people fighting for labor, and people fighting for environmental justice all fighting the same fight?
Well, we are all fighting the same fight because the same corporations are giving us climate havoc. The same corporations are giving us poisons in our food. The same sets of corporations and the same logic of a globalized free trade, which gives them freedom, is dismantling the hard-won rights of workers to live a life of dignity and justice. Everywhere in the world, workers' rights are being dismantled. And the corporations would like a system where workers live in misery, can be super exploited. The planet can be exploited and nothing should come in the way. But that is both ecocide and genocide.
Thank you.